Students, this is the Peer Teach video for number 3. Now, as you teach this, keep these principles in mind. Your job as a peer tutor is to create dialogue, not simply dictate the answer. You need to ask your classmates questions more than you simply give the answer. Get them to think. You elect your quad mates to read the problem aloud, not just you. Your job is to pester, create dialogue, ask questions, elect them. They should be working, your quad mates should be working as hard as you are right now. Keep in mind that I'm actually going to be grading this. I'm going to read what 5 out of 5 looks like. This is an exit ticket. 5 out of 5 looks like this. You engage every member by name. You show given implied freebies on the diagram. You engage every member in the problem-solving process with question. Use precise math language and vocabulary, and you show all your work. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to read what a 4 and a 3. All right, let's walk through given implied freebies talk through. Given implied freebies talk through. Okay, you are given the fact that angle 2 is congruent to angle 3. Check. And angle DEG is congruent to EGE, FGE, excuse me. Our goal is to prove that the angle EDG, trace it, EDG, that's this angle right here, and angle GFE, that's this angle right up here, are congruent. Okay, there's no direct way to prove those yellows are congruent, so what we're going to do is we're going to prove whole equal, parts equal. It's very important that you notice you have 2 overlapping triangles here. So we're going to pull them apart so it's easy to see. We have this triangle here. We're going to pull it apart. And you have this triangle here. We're going to pull it apart. Kind of just taking a look here. We're going to have to redraw this so we know that these angles are equal. These toe angles are equal, so you can kind of see what's going on here. And they share, look very carefully, they share exactly this side. They overlap. So we've been given, that's our freebie right there. So you can see right now that we are going with angle, side, angle here, to show that the triangles are equal. Let's pull this information over here, a little bit more detail. So we're going to pull this triangle apart, EDG. And FGE. We were given originally that angle 2 and 3 were congruent. So that's these what I will call toe angles. We were given 2 and 3 are congruent. That gave us a pair of angles. We were given these heel angles, GDE is congruent to EGF. It's a pair of angles. Look very, 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 very carefully. EG, I got my letters wrong over here. This is E, this is D. EG is congruent to EG. That's a reflexive. So you can see right now that the triangles are going to be congruent by angle, side, angle. If the whole is equal, the parts are equal. And that will get us our two angles that we're trying to get, which is EDG and GFE. Ta-da! I'm going to show you how to do a web proof. A web proof is the only one that shows physical connection and how things connect. So we loosely know that we're going to do angle, side, angle. So that's the order we're going to follow. We're going to show how things connect together. So our first given was 2 and 3 congruent. You put the how in the box, how inside the box, and the y feeding into the box, because the y gives you the how. That's how a web proof works. So why are 2 and 3 congruent? Given. So why are these heel angles congruent? It's also given. Freebie. Notice the freebie is kind of standalone. It's not connected to the givens because it's a freebie. It's true even if it's not in the given. Reflexive property. So we have angle, side, angle. That's going to give us our triangles being congruent. So triangle, and it doesn't matter how you order it. What does matter is whatever you start with, you finish. So I'm going to say triangle DEG, so top, short, long. FGE, top, short, long. Why are those triangles congruent? Because of angle, side, angle. Now we're going to go for these final yellow angles, EDG, congruent to GFE. Yellow doesn't work there, so that's going to be EDG. The angle is congruent to angle GFE. And the reason is whole, congruent, parts. Congruent, also known as CPCTC.